All right, everybody, welcome to your deep dive.
Yeah, welcome.
Today, we're diving into scaling your business quickly,
Uh,
which, we asked you guys to send in some stuff, and man, you guys came through.
yeah,
This stuff is really interesting, and I think it's going to be really valuable. Scaling a business, it's the dream.
it is. Yeah. I mean, everybody who's starting a business, they all want to scale.
Right. Well, and you think about like what is the end goal, right? I mean, you want to have something that works and that succeeds, but ultimately you want to be able to kind of step back.
Sure.
Maybe not completely step back, but work less and have the business work for you.
Right.
And so much of that is about scaling,
It
right?
is. That's what it's all about.
So how do we get there?
Well, the source you provided, they have some really good tips in here. I mean, they kind of break it down into three main points, which I
Mm.
think is smart, right? Networks, systems, leadership.
It's fun, you say that and I'm thinking, back to like business school, right? And you learn about this stuff. But it's amazing how often people miss the mark.
Totally. They get so caught up in the day-to-day
Yeah,
that they forget about the bigger picture.
absolutely. Absolutely. So let's break down these three things because I think that's a really great way to approach it. Networks, systems, leadership. So let's start with networks.
Okay.
What do we mean? I mean, everyone throws around networking, but what does that actually mean in terms of scaling a business?
Yeah. So, like, think about it this way. Let's say you're trying to, I don't know, launch a new product, like a new line of, say, uh, vegan shoes,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
If you're just starting out, you might not have the resources or the connections to get those shoes in front of a large audience, right?
Right.
But if you've got a strong network, maybe you know someone who runs a chain of vegan shoe stores.
Or even just like an influencer in the vegan space
Right.
who can get those shoes on their feet and share it with their followers.
That's it. That's the power of networking,
Yeah.
right? It's not just about like collecting business cards at a conference,
Yeah.
you know?
Hmm.
It's about building genuine relationships with people who can help you grow your business.
And it's about, I think, providing value to them as well. It's a two-way street, right?
Absolutely.
You can't just go in expecting favors. You have to be willing to offer something in return,
100%.
whether it's your expertise, your connections, whatever it might be.
Right. You scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing.
Okay, so networks, check. We get it. It's not just about, having 1,000 LinkedIn connections, although, those don't hurt.
Sure.
But it's about quality over quantity.
Absolutely.
So systems.
Okay.
This one's interesting. It's not the sexiest part of running a business.
No, it's not the most glamorous, but it's crucial.
Yeah, yeah.
It really is.
It's not the thing that gets you excited to jump out of bed in the morning necessarily.
No, but here's the thing. Systems are what keep your business running smoothly,
Right.
especially as you start to scale. Think about it. You've got more customers, more orders, more everything. If you don't have systems in place, things are going to fall apart. You're going to be drowning in paperwork.
Or emails or customer service requests.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you've got good systems in place, a lot of that stuff can be automated
Right.
or at least streamlined.
It's funny you should say that because I was talking to a friend of mine last week who she runs a online clothing boutique.
Yeah.
And she was saying that she was, really struggling to keep up with the growth that she was experiencing. And I was like, well, what systems do you have in place? And she kind of looked at me like I was speaking another language.
Yeah.
And so I talked to her a little bit about, things like using project management software, email marketing automation, even simple things like setting up templates for common emails and things like that.
Huge time saver.
And she was just like blown away. She's like, I had no idea.
Right.
So it's amazing how much of a difference having the right systems in place can make.
Oh, it's night and day.
So we've talked about networks, we've talked about systems, and that brings us to our final point, leadership.
Right.
And this one's huge, right?
Huge. And it's something that, frankly, a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with
Oh, yeah.
because it's one thing to have a great idea, and it's another thing to be able to lead a team of people to make that idea a reality.
It's true. It's one thing to be passionate about something yourself, but you have to be able to inspire that passion in others.
Exactly. And that's not easy. It takes a lot of self-awareness.
Sure does.
It takes communication skills, empathy, the ability to motivate people even when things get tough, which they will.
Because they always do.
Always. That's just the nature of business.
Yeah.
But that's what separates the good leaders from the great leaders.
It's funny. The source that we're looking at uses this analogy of a conductor leading an orchestra.
Oh, I like that.
And I thought that was so perfect, right? Because
Okay.
you've got all these incredibly talented musicians,
Right.
but if they're all just playing their own thing, it's just noise.
Chaos.
It's chaos.
Right.
So you need that conductor to come in and bring everybody together and to create that beautiful music.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And that's what a good leader does. They provide that direction. They keep everybody on the same page, and they help to create something truly special.
Yeah, it's about setting a clear vision. It's about communicating that vision effectively.
Yes.
And then it's about empowering your team to make that vision a reality.
It is. It's a collaborative effort.
Absolutely. Wow. So, okay, to wrap all this up, for our listeners who are out there and maybe they're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, like, okay, I want to scale my business. I'm ready for that next level. Where do I start? What are like the 3 key takeaways that you would give them?
Okay, so key takeaways. Number 1, build your network. Surround yourself with people who can help you grow. Mentors, advisors, other entrepreneurs.
And don't forget those genuine connections too.
Yes, yes. People you can just bounce ideas off of.
Yep.
Number 2, systems. I know it's not the most exciting part of running a business,
Yeah.
but it's essential.
It really is.
Get organized. Automate what you can. Free up your time so that you can focus on the big picture. And number 3, and this is probably the most important one, invest in your leadership skills.
Yes.
Read books. Take courses. Get a coach. Because at the end of the day, your ability to lead will determine how far you go.
This has been amazing. As always, so much great insight. But remember, Rome wasn't built in a day.
It wasn't, no.
And neither are successful businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Be patient, put in the work, and don't be afraid to ask for help along the way.
You got this.
There you go. All right, that's your deep dive for today. Until next time.
See you later.
Right.